Our next fighter will also be going to Wichita, Kansas to fight in BKFC 23's Squared Circle. But he will be making his second trip to the ring, looking to make his name in the 145-pound division shine and become one of the up-and-comers in that division. His name is Stevo Morris. Here he is. What's up, Stevo?
What's going on?
There he is.
There he is, man.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, just making sure.
Stevo, last time we talked to you, you were on your way to your debut. You went out, you performed beautifully, you got the win. How has things been for you since getting your first win in the BKFC Squared Circle? And how you doing, my friend?
Everything I thought it would be. It helped me get ready for this one more. It helped me get ready, so I got to see things that I didn't see before. So, a huge learning experience, pretty much.
Yeah, man, you got another fight coming up, and it wasn't too far in between fights, so you're staying pretty active with the BKFC. You're going to be fighting LJ Hermreck, who is 1-1. He lost in his last fight against another Smith Brothers Combat Sports fighter, Chevy Bridges. What do you know about LJ and how you see this fight playing out for you, brother?
He looks like he's just another typical fighter. And if he got knocked out by Chevy, I'm way bigger, way stronger, and I think a lot more technical than Chevy, so it's going to be a lot quicker.
Dude, the last fight, I have to bring it back for 1 second because we went by it quick. I got to bring this picture up because I loved it so much. Your weigh-in was fantastic. When did you come up with the idea for this?
I didn't get any credit for that. It was actually my wrestling coach. It was his idea, Coach Mahmood. It was his idea. As soon as we saw my opponent and we saw that he had the stash, he was talking about it all the way up until weigh-ins. And then he finally, we're at the weigh-ins and he's looking at me and he's like, "So if I go get the stash, you gonna put it on?" I was like, "Yeah, you go buy the stash right now. I'll put it on."
No, it was fantastic, man. You had it down to the all the way to the shorts and the socks and everything, man. It was like exact. It was like an exact match to Gonzalez. It was pretty freaking hilarious. Then you went out there and you did your thing, man. The 145-pound division is kind of wide open. You win this one, you go to 2-0. Chevy Bridges in the comments just said challenge accepted. I know you guys are both represented by Smith Brothers, but he took your bigger and stronger comment to heart, and now he wants to fight you, which is okay in the fight game.
Fighters fight, right? Is that what we do?
Be careful what you ask for.
Oh man! So as far as you had a lot of MMA fights in your past.
Mm-hmm.
Then you went out there and you got the W in the debut. Tell us a little bit about the difference between would you have 16, 17 amateur MMA fights, and then you went ahead and took a pro bare knuckle fight. The difference between the two sports, what you love about one opposed to the other, and the preparation. What's the difference in the preparation between the two?
Well, I still love MMA. I would still compete in MMA. But bare knuckle I like that way better. I just feel at home there. And I don't have to worry about when I start punching somebody up and them taking me to the ground because it's bare knuckle boxing. And I'm a boxer at heart. That's always going to be my favorite sport.
Boxer at heart. Who brought you into BKFC? Like, how did you make it in there?
I've known about BKFC since the beginning, since they started. Back when I was still doing MMA. When I was doing MMA, I didn't really take MMA as seriously as I should. BK, I've been taken very seriously since day one, since the day I've heard about it.
Now, were you a tryout guy or did you try out? Yeah, which tryout did you go to?
The Fort Lauderdale one.
Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. And you're represented by Kevin Smith and the Smith Brothers Combat Sports guys. They got a lot of awesome fighters over there. They got yourself and now Ryan Riley and Chevy Bridges and John Lee Chalbeck. It's like a stout lineup of fighters. He keeps you guys busy, right?
Oh yeah, pretty elite squad.
I love it, man.
So later in this show, we have a guy coming on by the name of John Lee Chalbeck. What do you think about stepping in the ring with that guy? He's going to be looking for a fight. I think he's looking for a fight now. You've got a fight very soon. I don't know.
I honestly don't know who that is.
You don't?
I've never heard the name.
I'm going to tell you right now, he is a Smith Brothers fighter, and he is a 145 pounder. He's a fucking technical wizard in the ring as far as
Is he fighting?
pugilist. He's a pugilist, dude. He's a straight up pure boxer that has been able to translate the pure boxing over into bare knuckle nicely without getting overwhelmed with all the dirty boxing and the clinch work that comes with bare knuckle. He's one of those guys that, a lot of pure boxers have come over to the sport and like gotten surprised by what they're actually walking themselves into. Take Paulie Malignaggi, Derek Finley, Paulie Malignaggi, a few of these guys that had a real nice boxing pedigree, but they came in and chop Corley.
Yeah, all the boxers I've seen, they got fucked. They got fucked
John Lee
up.
Chalbeck is a different type. He's come in and his game, it just translates so nicely to bare knuckle. And he actually, and I'm not afraid to say the word, he got robbed in his last fight against Adam Pellerano. I feel like he won 4 out of 5 rounds, but it was in Biloxi. Pellerano's from Biloxi, and they fucking gave him the decision. But either way, talk to Kevin. Kevin represents him too. Maybe down the road.
I know whoever's in the 145 class, I'm willing to fight with the Smith brothers or not, whatever gets me to the championship. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, man. All right. And after this one, have you canvassed the division? Have you looked at some of these guys? And are there any fights out there? I'm not telling you to look past LJ. You got to fight in front of you. You got to go out there and you got to do your thing. But are there any other fights out there in the 145-pound division that interest you?
The only other name that I could really stands out to me, and I know it'd be an exciting fight, but I know I could still win it, would be that I believe he's fighting coming up. His name's Howard Davis.
Oh, Howard Davis is a beast. Yeah, he's fighting on April 21st in Fort Lauderdale. He will be fighting down there.
Yeah, I believe that'd be a great matchup.
What is it about Howard that interests you? Just his size and stature and everything, and he's a sharp boxer, obviously, but what is it about him that interests you?
I just feel like I'm a lot stronger, and he tires out after the first couple of rounds, and I can go all 5 plus some. So
there you go, man. It seems like Kevin kind of. I just realized that you, Chevy, and John Lee Chalbeck are all 145ers, right? And all represented by the same guy. So he's going to be pitting his guys. He's going to be busy putting his own guys against each other real soon, Kev. Good luck with that one. Yeah, man, it's exciting to see you back in there again. Are you gonna have anybody out there with you supporting you? Any family, any friends out there?
They believe they only bought us 1 corner pass, so just 1 corner with me, and I believe 1 sponsor and 1 brother might come out, but other than that, there's just gonna be just a handful of us.
Just a handful of you, man. Well, I gotta be honest with you. It'll be the first time I've ever been to Wichita myself, and I don't know what there is to do out there anyway. But
don't sound too exciting.
It don't sound too excited for Stevo.
I went to Kansas for work before, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm going to Kansas." Like the only thing I know about Kansas is like the Wizard of Oz, I think.
Yeah.
And I went to a place called Manhattan, Kansas, which is kind of near Fort Riley, and I never knew there was another Manhattan in the United States until I went there. And I'll tell you what, I had some fun. There was a college over there that had a bunch of bars and restaurants and stuff. It was actually pretty good. I was surprised. I thought I was going to hate it. I was like, this is going to suck so bad this trip. And it was actually not bad. So, I'm waiting to be surprised.
I live in Florida now, so it takes a lot to impress me.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
you got everything down there.
Oh, yeah. I love it every day.
Ian Olson says it's the Little Apple, Mike.
Yeah.
The Little Apple, Manhattan, Kansas. We're going to do a quick fun game with you real quick. It's March Madness, dude. I don't know if you watch basketball or not, and I don't know if you guys have been watching, but fucking March Madness. I haven't watched basketball in a long time, but I've been finding myself watching.
I keep up with the NBA, but not college. So
yeah, It's been really good. A lot of really good games. And by the way, NBA and Boston Celtics fucking winning the title this year. I'm letting you guys all know that right now. Those are my boys.
I'm a Miami Heat fan.
Nah. Anyways, hey, you're tattooed from your eye to your freaking toes, my friend.
I got it right here.
There it is. Look at
it. Right there he is. He's all in, man. I don't even, you see, I'm not that diehard of a Celtic fan because I don't have Joe Boston tattooed on me, but maybe I'll go get him. You are tattooed from the under your eye all the way to your probably toes, if I had to make a guess on it. So we thought you are a real good, authority on tattoo placement, my friend. So you are gonna determine the best place for a female tattoo placement. Okay, March Madness with Stevo. Here we go. You ready for this? Starting off with back of the neck versus legs.
Probably the legs.
Legs. Okay, Stevo. They call that a chest tat versus ribs.
I like the chest.
There you go. And so the chest tat versus the legs. Who you got? Chest tat versus legs. Best place to put a tattoo on a female. Steve-O.
Legs.
Legs. There we go. You know who's got a fucking badass leg tattoo sleeve? A leg sleeve? Megan Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Megan Anderson in the UFC, or used to be in the UFC. Love that tattoo. Awesome, man. We appreciate you. We'll give you an opportunity to shout some people out. I know you've been on a long journey to get to where you are today. You're about to make your second walk to the squared circle. You got a lot of sponsors, a lot of people in your corner. Go ahead and take a minute, shout some people out.
Yeah, I would just like to thank all my coaches, Rob Garcia at American Top Team Tampa, Mahmoud Gomar with MG Wrestling, and Omar with Tampa City Boxing.
There it is. Man of few words.
Smith Brothers, heavy-handed tribe. All my kids, of course. Jace, Bexley, Jackson, Lux. Love you all.
Look at that, Jackson. Jackson. He's got a son named Jackson too.
How do you spell it?
Jaxon.
Wow, that's how his is spelled.
There it is. See? 7. He's turning 11 in 2 weeks, by the way, people. 2 weeks.
Oh wow, he's 4.
Yeah, he's what they are calling having adolescence nowadays. Where the other day, the little motherfucker, we go downstairs. I go downstairs. This is a real conversation between me and my son, right? I go downstairs and he's fucking like irate, and I'm like, "What's the matter with you?" He goes, "Mommy's always telling me that we have to do things." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, she's always like, brush your teeth, put your shoes on, get dressed. And I'm like, yeah, because if you don't do any of that, you'll leave the house like a nudist hobo with garbage mouth. So fucking brush your teeth, get dressed, and put your shoes on. And he was like looking at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, yeah, see, you don't know anything. That's why we're here.
Don't worry. They'll never stop telling you what to do. So just get used to it.
Oh, no.
You got a long time.
My 4-year-old's terrible already. I can only imagine.
Yeah, man. You're going to have a great time ahead of you with that boy. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Everybody tune in. Steve-O, do you have a referral code or anything like that you want to
I'm just on Facebook as Stevo Morris and on Instagram as Stevo Morris 15.
There you go, everybody. Give him a follow. He's an up-and-comer. He's going to make his name big time in the 145-pound division, and we look forward to seeing you fight. Have a good one, buddy.
You too. Appreciate you guys.
Take it easy, man.
Later.
See you in a couple weeks. In a week.
Next week,
I keep saying a couple weeks. I said that
Steve-O,
earlier, too. Shit.
He's going to be one of those guys. Right now, he's very soft-spoken. He doesn't talk much. We do our best to draw all the information out of the guy as much as we can, and I believe he did. He opened up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
As he gets a few wins under his belt, as he gets a little more comfortable in the limelight, we're gonna get some banger interviews out of that kid. Because anybody that'll throw fucking, full sleeve pants tattoos and shirt tattoos on their bodies got a lot of fucking character in there, and we got to get that out of them. Jared Kid Gotti Grant is a perfect example of that. He barely ever talked at the beginning. Now talks his ass off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does.